Hi everyone, and welcome back to my black screen series. This is episode 42 of 52, so we're definitely getting towards the pointy end. And also, what's getting towards the pointy end is the Cybertruck. I'm sure well, it's 20 seconds, and I'm already talking about the Cybertruck. I'm sure you couldn't wait to hear about it, but anyway, sorry guys, I have to talk about it because it's getting really close to being done. So today I vinyl wrapped the front end, the front lid and the nose pieces. I built new corner pieces for the nose, mounted it all, mounted the lights like the headlights and the light bar, mounted the isolation switch. I was about to mount the indicators as well, but ran out of time, so I'll probably do them tomorrow. And yeah, then there's the floor, the wiring, build the steering wheel, or the finish building the steering wheel and the steering mechanism, and the front suspension. And so it's pretty much done. Oh, I've still got to narrow up the rear suspension, so I've got to undo 2 bolts, drop the rear suspension down, the framework for it, undo my welds, cut it to the size that I need, re-weld it up, and then re-bolt it up, and that'll bring the rear wheels in because they're sitting out ridiculously at the moment. About, a good 50 mils each side, maybe more. So yeah, they look a bit silly, sitting way too far out from the body. No need for it. They need to sit in closer to the body. They're sitting out further than the wheel arches, like twice as far. So yeah, fix that, and yeah, mount the front wheels, do the floor, finish off the wiring, and we're pretty much done. It's looking a lot better just from what I did today. Oh, and I also filled in the gaps that are under the nose piece. So there's a gap between the nose piece and the front bumper bar. And that's where, if you pay attention to the actual headlights of the Cybertruck, it's not that light bar thing that goes at the top of the nose at the front. That's more for decoration, catch people's attention. I don't know. It's a show thing. The lights are actually under the nose bit but above the bumper, and they're like 2 little spotlights, so that's where they go. So in that little gap, I don't have the lights yet, and I'm not worried about them yet because I've got heaps of light with the light bar and the headlights already. But yeah, I've blanked in that area, and I've did I mention I mounted the isolation switch? I don't know, I had to. This is my second edit and I'm really tired. The first take I did, I had my fan on, it was a bit noisy, so I decided to record this again. Anyway, so yeah, I'm feeling pretty good at the moment because despite not getting any help and despite being pretty broke, I'm getting things done, I'm achieving things and making things happen, and I'm on a bit of a roll at the moment, so, and making progress. So just like with the massive difference that looks from this morning to this afternoon, just by having the headlights and everything mounted properly and the gaps filled in and the wrap put on, it looks a lot better. So anyway, I'm probably a week away if I had help to do the work. But yeah, I'm probably more like 2-3 weeks away. We'll see how we go. I'd like to get it done in another 2 weeks. It'd be good. But yeah, definitely long before the end of the year it'll be done. Long before. I'm hoping we have about 6 weeks of the end of the year at least. What have we got now? 10. So yeah. Dogs are great. I'm great. Just knuckling down and getting the Cybertruck done. And then I can also move out of here as well. So yeah, I don't want to be a serial pest and outstay my welcome. Yeah, she's been really good to me here, allowing me to stay. And also putting up with me building the Cybertruck here. So I'm quite pleased, that and I don't want to upset that friendship that we've got. It's been, ever since I got to Nimbin, she was one of the earlier people that I met. So she's always been good to me. It's been 18 plus years that I've known her. Anyway, I'm really tired. Insomnia gets me, guys. And it's a real thing in my life. And last night I didn't have much sleep, probably about 2 hours. Plus I had a big day working on the Cybertruck today. And I'd wound down watching some YouTube earlier, and then I thought, oh, it's Sunday. I've got an episode to put out now. So yeah, it was like getting close to 11. Now it's well past 11. By the time this is uploaded, it's going to be getting closer to 12 midnight Australia time. Still late Saturday for everyone else. No. Sorry, early Sunday. I don't know what I'm saying. Can't even think about time right now because I'm really tired. So what I'm going to do is love yous all and leave yous, and I'll give you an update in the next episode on how the Cybertruck's going. I should have an episode on the Cybertruck channel for people that are really genuinely interested in it within the next week. And that's part of why I've been busy finishing up the prettiness of the outside, because I don't want it to be on the road and be looking all amateurish and dodgy. I want it to look a little bit slick. Already it doesn't have the proper polycarbonate panels on the exterior. It's just plywood painted and vinyl wrapped, and it's a bit dodgy in that area. We've got scratched perspex on the side windows. I've scratched the windscreen and the roof, which are polycarbonate. They scratch quite easily, and I haven't even driven it yet. So all round, all the glass is all got little scratches all over it. So I've done a bit of research, and apparently there's this stuff that it's like a liquid that you put onto a rag and you can polish onto your polycarbonate when it's new, and it prevents scratching. So I'm going to look into that a bit more and talk to the people that sell the polycarbonate when I go to get some more. And when I go to get some more, I'm actually going to take the Cybertruck to them. So it's going to be that far in the future, I hope, when I've got enough battery power. So it's a trip to Ballina, which is about an hour in a car. So it'll be an all-day trip in the Cybertruck. And I'll need the battery power. So I'll be taking battery chargers with me, and get there, plug the batteries in, charge in, and then I get the people at the place that do the polycarbonate. I pop the windows out and I hand them to them and I say I want exactly this, but perfectly straight edges, and where there's little adjustments they can do that as well for me. And except I want the windscreen to be done in proper laminated glass, and who knows, I could do the same for the roof in tinted laminated glass, but yeah, we'll see. I'm not even sure how much it's going to cost, but yeah, it's probably going to be a similar price to doing the polycarbonate anyway. And realistically, glass is the way to go. It's tougher. I mean, it's not tougher, but it's harder wearing. Doesn't scratch so easy. But yeah, it's not as forgiving. It'll crack easy, and one stone and it might shatter. But being laminated, it won't fall all over me. It'll stay in one piece, but broken. As where the polycarbonate would just get a little chip on where a stone hit it. You know, a car goes past and flicks a stone up on laminated windscreen, it could break it. Especially saying I can't have one that's too thick because of weight. So anyway, I got to talk to the glass people about that and find out if I can get something that's extra strong, that's extra thin, or whether I just go polycarbonate and treat it. Anyway, guys, I'm almost falling asleep while I'm talking, so I'm going to stop this. And apologies that I'm so tired, but yeah, like I said, I'm kicking goals, getting things happening. I'm doing okay. I've kind of got the work things sorted out as far as Centrelink goes. So I'm volunteering, so I don't have to look for work at the moment. So for a full year now, starting from 2 weeks ago, I'll have I'll be getting paid fortnightly without having to look for work fortnightly, and without having to jump through all their hoops, because volunteering for the Hemp Embassy ticks a box that covers everything. So that's what I'm doing. I'm a paid volunteer, but I get bugger all. It's only $100 a week, but it's a big boost for someone that is only getting what, 300 and something a week. So yeah, add an extra 100 to that. It's a bit nicer, isn't it? So it does really matter, and especially at the moment, because for weeks I've been spending a good $100 or so on the Cybertruck each pay. Whether it's buying stuff here in Nimbin, materials here, or whether it's ordering things online, I'm constantly, every pay I'm spending money. So yeah, there's no room for spoiling myself, spoiling the dogs, buying little luxuries, anything like that. No, not much room for habits and stuff, you know. Sorry. Speaking of habits, getting over smoking, guys, for my health mainly, and also for the money side of it. It's the fact that I smoke with tobacco, my weed, I smoke with tobacco. People say, oh, just smoke it straight then. don't put any tobacco in. And when you smoked with tobacco all your life, it's easier said than done, because the tobacco actually smooths out the weed. Weed's really rough when you smoke it, and it makes you cough. But if you mix the right, or just a little bit of tobacco with it, it can ease that coughing situation a little. Smooths it out a bit and doesn't make it so harsh. And at the same time, if you've got strong buds, it tames them down a little bit. And also, now you've got tobacco in the mix, you've increased the volume of your weed, so you're getting more weed. I mean, you're not getting more weed, you're getting more to smoke. You still get the same amount of weed. But yeah, you know, if you got 6 cones in the bowl and you put 4 cones worth of weed in there, you got 10 cones. It's still only 6 cones worth of weed, but you get 10 cones to smoke, and it makes it stretch out a little bit. But tobacco is addictive, so it also makes you smoke more weed. And if you're like, oh, I've got to stop and have a smoke, you know, that's where if you were just smoking weed by itself, you wouldn't have that craving. So every time I want to smoke weed, it's actually, I'm mostly craving the tobacco. I'm just feeling the itch, scratching the itch. Sorry, because tobacco is very addictive. And yeah, I don't have the time and patience to cut down and the proper discipline. So I'm thinking of stopping. And I thought I might need to stop a few times because I think I might fail. By saying that, I'm setting myself up to fail. I know that. I know the mentality and the psychology behind all this. I know that just by admitting that I could start and stop it a few times, I'm giving myself that room to do so, and that would mean that I'm most likely going to do so because I've allowed for it to happen. But that's okay. So I think it might be a bit too hard to just jump off in one go. Who knows? I might just pull it off, and I have had times where I've stopped tobacco. It was probably about a year ago. Yeah, I've stopped tobacco for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But it was still in my weed, actually. I stopped smoking cigarettes, but now I don't smoke cigarettes at all. Well, when I say at all, probably about 1 or 2 a fortnight. I don't even have any cigarettes at the moment, and I haven't had any for about a week or more. Maybe 2 weeks. I don't know. Yeah, I think about 2 weeks since I've had any cigarettes, which means I think I've pinched one off someone. That's right, my daughter bought a packet for someone that didn't want to go buy them themselves. And when she came out, she opened up the packet and said, I'm taking a ciggy. And I said, oh, you're handing out ciggies? So I took one too. And that was about a week ago, maybe a bit longer. So, yeah, it was only because I'm in town. If I was home, I would have just had a billy. But I was in town for a few hours, and yeah, daughter's having a ciggy. She's got ciggies in her hand. They're not even hers, so I just put my hand out. I'm like, yep, take it. Anyway, so, but yeah, I'm just not really smoking cigarettes at the moment. It's just the tobacco in my weed, and it's really addictive, so I need to stop. And I think I just should just stop cold turkey and see how far I can go. I might go all the way. And I actually don't want to quit full on. I want to have a break for between a month and 3 months solidly. Somewhere between a month and 3 months. I'll know when I get there, because I know that your lungs repair themselves quite quickly when you stop smoking. So I'm really hoping for that to be, a proper thing, and that they, give me a chance to breathe properly. And then I might enjoy it so much that I might not want to smoke, or I might only smoke at night, or I might only smoke like once a week or something, or on weekends. Like, I don't know. But I've got a pretty good idea if I stop for a month to 3 months that it's gonna, I'm not gonna go back to being an all day, everyday smoker like I am at the moment. I can do something for half an hour, stop and have a smoke, do something for another 20 minutes, half hour, stop and have a smoke. And so each time I'm doing this, it's 5-10 minutes even. Then I'm sitting down with a bong in my hand. And then the coffee in, yeah. It's time, it's money, and the health. I'll have a lot more time on my hands, I'll have more money on my hands, and I'll be healthier. And who knows, I might have a certain clarity. I've been stoned since I was 15. 40 years, 41 years. Yeah, I quit for 3 months when I was about 21, 22, I think. When I did the born again churchy thing. I was in the church heavily for, I don't know, somewhere between 6 months and a year. And in that time I'd quit, for a period, I'd quit everything, including weed and tobacco, for about 3 months. It sounds like a long time, doesn't it? That was the longest 3 months of my life. Imagine 3 months of not smoking and all that, and you're doing church the whole time. Yuck. Hey Leia, you're breathing on the phone. Go away. Go away. Can you go to your bed? Come on, go to your bed, Leia. Go. Go. Good girl. That's not your bed, that's Missy's bed. And she's already in there. You don't care. Now Luke's going to go in there because you're on heat. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. Let me dribble on really tiredly. Talk a lot of nonsense. But yeah, I really appreciate you if you got this far. Love you. Please leave a like. It means a lot to me. Drop a comment down below. Share. Subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next episode. Bye.